Name that whale. How AI aces animal spotting. Whale conservationist Ted Cheeseman admits that huge animals don't patiently pose for photos. Instead, on most whale yachting trips, he says you see 2% of the whale for 2% of the time. Nevertheless, going out on a boat to try to spot a whale remains very popular. An estimated 13 million people go whale watching every year around the world, and the industry is said to be worth $2.1 billion US. To help people feel closer connection to each whale, Mr. Cheeseman's research company, Happy Whale, allows users to upload their photo onto its website. Happy Whale's artificial intelligence AI software will then quickly trawl through its database of more than 70,000 different whales, with the aim of telling you the exact animal you're looking at. How can it tell you? It can tell you the whale's name if it has already been given one, or invite you to choose one. And if the whale has been previously recorded, it will show you a map of everything that the whale, everywhere the whale has been sighted. The AI works by adapting human facial recognition software to identify each whale's uniquely shaped, colored, or marked tail. Mr. Cheeseman says the AI is so effective that it doesn't need a whale's tail to be still and spread out. It can identify the whale even if its tail is rotated or curved in the midst of diving. The whale ID system is free for members of the public to use, but whale watching operators and cruise ships are asked to pay a monthly subscription. We charge for commercial use of the mobile app, because for whale watch companies and expedition cruise operators, it is a great experience for guides to be able to instantly identify a whale and relay its stories, says Mr. Cheeseman. This adds value, generating enthusiasm and enabling the guide to tell a true story about the whales they are encountering in a way that deeply connects with whale watchers. Oregon-based Happy Whale uses all of the data it gets from uploaded photos to help it track whale numbers and movements. It is an example of a growing trend conservation groups I'm reading that right. It is an example of a growing trend conservation groups using AI to enable members of the public to identify animals or birds. And in return, the organizations get a host of crowdsourcing data. The Merlin ID Bird app allows users to find out what species of bird they are looking at or hearing. Developed by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology at Cornell University in New York State. User either takes a photo of the bird or makes a recording of its song. The AI software then quickly checks the Cornell's database of images or recordings kept in a digital archive called the McClay Library and provides a match. The idea behind Merlin was how we can support new birders, says Ali Smith, Merlin project coordinator. Just in North America, there are 700 different species of birds that you could possibly find. That's overwhelming. Regarding the database of bird sounds, the AI works by turning recording into a spectrogram or data waveform, which it then tries to match against those already on file. Merlin bird users are encouraged to enter the location and the size and color and behavior of the bird. This data is then added to the McClay library, and scientists can use it to help map bird populations, ranges, and migratory patterns, and understand how they have changed. Bird populations have been declining all over the world, but in the last 50 years, we've lost 3 billion birds in the US and Canada alone, adds Ms. Smith. This is the first time we've been able to show this in real time. The app iNaturalist started out as a social network where members could post photos of animals and plants, and the community would identify what was in that photo. Today, it uses AI to determine what people have photographed. The AI was originally trained with more than 100 photos for each species, and kept learning as more images are uploaded. One of the developers of the app, Grant Von Horn, assistant professor of computer science at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, said that AI is looking out for particular visual patterns. For example, after training the model to recognize a photo of a chipmunk or squirrel, the computer starts to see if these patterns are present in a similar image. And given those patterns, it will predict either chipmunk or squirrel or something else, he says. So it is really interesting. A lot of these systems do run off of patterns, meaning all they're doing is matching like relative impression, I guess, or like the sketching. It's almost impossible to say how or like articulate how the systems work because they are so complicated, but they are just doing pattern recognition in the same way that you or I would do pattern recognition. Wayne Klunker, exclusive executive director of U.S. bird watching organization, American Bird Association, says that image recognition apps are helping to boost conservation efforts. I believe any resources that help birdwatchers learn more is a positive, because that knowledge and enjoyment spark and reinforce interest in conservation, he says. People protect what they love and care about. If the application of AI contributes to that, birds will likely be better off. Back at Happy Whale, it says that the whale tracking data it gets from users' photos play a key role in persuading members of the International Association of Antarctica Tour Operators to reduce maximum allowed speed of their ships to prevent whale strikes. Very interesting. I've always assumed, it's been in the back of my mind, but I haven't put too much thought into AI and conservation. This is one of those things where AI will just make the world significantly more efficient place.